the preview of the new Škoda Enyaq. It looks pretty good, especially at the front, I would say, with the new lights. It's kind of futuristic, but not overly so. This one has the optional matrix LEDs that you can see on the bottom there. And of course the LED signature lights. It's got a sleeker front mask this time around, I feel. I like that the bonnet or the hood with the Škoda lettering. It looks pretty good. If we go around, massive wheels, of course, because it's an electric vehicle. And if we go around the back, hopefully I'm not going to get interrupted here because I am on farmland. There's the back with the upgraded lights. With the standard equipment, you don't get this part to light up. So these look snazzier, of course, but they also cost more. The boot itself is quite good, I would say. It has to be. It's a Škoda, so it has to be practical. And it also has to be simply clever with various things like this 12 volt over here in the back. You've got the release for the tow hook. You've got little cargo cubby holes over here that you can also move, I believe. Oh, and of course you have the Simply Clever hooks for your shopping if you need it. Alright, but let's sit inside. Let's go to wide angle views. I'm going to sit behind myself, behind my driving position. The seats are quite good looking. I like the interior. I am going to muddy this interior now and I feel bad, but there's about a hand length, not quite, but plenty of space. There's no space for my feet on the bottom, so that's maybe a little bit annoying, but it is fairly comfortable back here. The rear passengers also get a simple temperature control back here and some vents. The front of the car is a little more interesting though. Why did it just lock? Oh, I probably pressed on the front. You've got your regular controls over here and that Škoda handle that we know by now for closing the doors. You've got the boot release over here. And inside, the same sort of seats with the same sort of covers. And now this is different, but you've got a big... Oh, let me just make that quiet. I've got a big Škoda lettering on the front, on the steering wheel. The steering wheel feels very nice. I wish it was maybe a little softer, but you've got your regular controls that we already know from Škoda models. They work pretty well. They're not touch, they're mechanical, which is very nice. And Škoda still retains the speed limiter and cruise control switch over here. You have a small instrument cluster at the front behind the steering wheel, which shows you all sorts of information. Let me actually turn it on. There you go. If we zoom in a little bit, you've got the regular stuff. You've got your energy, you've got your range, which at the moment says 524 kilometers. You've got the fact that my doors are open, navigation, speed limits, and so on and so forth, warning lights. Moving over to the big infotainment screen, nothing new here really. They do implement some AI now, as a lot of them do, so you can talk to it. Unfortunately, all the climate controls are pretty much still on the infotainment screen. I believe Euro NCAP is now going to deduct points for every climate control that's not on a physical button. Vents down here. They also say that this is a handrest. So if you've ever tried using these infotainment screens while moving, even if you're a passenger, it's kind of annoying when the car is bumping up and down. But now you can rest your hand like this and just do this. So it's kind of nicer, I suppose. Some physical buttons over here. Assist mode, automatic parking, hazard lights, locking, and of course your climate control button, which with which you bring up the climate controls. You've got wireless charging with cooling. I haven't tried that out yet. Some cup holders. You've got your shifter without park, so that's pretty much done automatically. It's also nice that you don't have to start the car when you sit inside. You just put it into drive or B and off you go. And we've got a small armrest with a bit more space in there. But otherwise, I like the design. I think it's quite elegant. It's not overdone. It's a nice place to be. And as far as I could tell on the short drive, because this is just a preview of the new model, it is quite fun to drive. It feels very, very good on the road. So just to demonstrate the Laura helper, or Laura, it's pretty good actually. There's a lot of functions in the car that you can do just by pressing this button on the steering wheel to talk, because she doesn't listen to you all the time, unless there's a setting for it. I haven't found it yet. So if I press it, I guess I have to turn the car on. There we go. So if I press it, increase temperature to 23.
No problem. It will get warmer shortly.
There we go. And if I want my seat heating, for example, turn on seat heating.
I've switched on the seat heating.
And then, for example, I don't know, you want to zoom out the navigation. Zoom out navigation.
Okay, I'll zoom out.
So things work pretty well. She cannot do everything, of course. You can also change her voice to a male one. And, but yeah, I mean, because there's no physical climate control buttons, and you have to do everything on screen, this is a very good alternative. Unfortunately, it's not available in all languages, of course. But if you speak English, that's not an issue. However, you will need to change the language of the system from the current one you have to English if you want to use it.